All right, Shalom, Shalom. First off and foremost, as always, I want to say, call Lam La Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honor be unto the elder apostles of Great Millstone that do rule and teach well. And the Shalom to Ankim out there that's pushing his truth through the spirit, through the power, and through the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Shalom to the elect, the 144,000. Okay, so this is going to be a lesson, Lord's will is this lesson is edifying to the Lord's sheep, and this is gonna be titled "Rich in Faith," or somewhere along those lines, But the other day I had read Second Esdras 13, in the GNT, and it's a very beautiful read, and I recommend brothers read it, in your spare time. It's very edifying, because it goes in about Yahweh Shai's return, and the damage that Yahweh Shai is going to do to these nations. Yahweh Shai is going to destroy these nations in one great swoop, during World War III, But because when you read when you read from verse 1 to, verse 12, that's the vision that Esdras is seeing. And then when you read from verse 16, or I would say 15 to at verse 16 to verse 20, Esdras, he's trying to break it down in his way, that he thinks the dream, what he thinks, the dream means. But when you read to verse 21, from verse 21 to verse 38 39, the angels breaking it down to him. Okay, the Lord, through the angels break it down to him. Okay, but I just wanted to touch on the topic of faith, because when I read this in the GNT, there was a particular verse that it really stood out to me, and when I read this, it was very comforting, mind blowing, and ultimately is a faith booster, because what we're doing right now is we're investing in, we put our this world behind us, and we're invested in His truth. We're investing, towards Yahweh Shema Shai, towards salvation. Okay. And, in these last days, hey man, if you don't have the Lord, then you are through, and a lot of people, they're so caught up in trying to invest in Babylon, and invest in themselves, that, they don't know that you trying to invest in Babylon or invest in yourself, that's not going to save you. You see, but investing in Yahweh Shema Shai spiritually, of course, that's going to save you, because you doing that, we have the true names of the Lord, we have faith. You see, so, hey man, things are going to get harder in these last days. So, count yourself blessed, and be grateful that you're in this truth and serving Yahweh Shema Shai with all truth and sincerity. Okay. But without further ado, I'm going to get, a few precepts. I wrote some precepts down, on this list right here. And Lord's will, this lesson is edifying to the Lord's sheep. Okay, so let's get this real quick. This is 2 Esdras 13 and verse 16. Now, this is in the GNT translation, which stands for the Good News Translation. And it says, 2 Esdras 13 and 16. I'll start at 15. It says, and now I'll start at 14. Why not? It says, Lord, you have been showing me all these marvelous things. You have considered me worthy and have heard my prayers. Now, please show me the meaning of this dream also. I have been thinking how terrible it will be for the people who will be living in those days, but how much worse for those who do not survive. They will be in great sorrow because they will not enjoy any of the pleasures reserved for the last days. But how terrible also for those who do survive. They will have to face great dangers and many troubles, as these dreams have shown. Nevertheless, it is better to pass through these dangers and reach the end than to disappear like a cloud from this world and never see what takes place in the last days. He answered, I will explain to you the meaning of the vision and answer the questions you have asked, right? So Edges right now, he's saying like, it's gonna be, people, they're basically screwed. That's what he's saying, because that's what he saw in the dream. He's saying like, man, like everybody's doomed. Like everybody, that survives, they're done. And well, actually, let's keep reading. Okay, verse 21. It says, I will explain to you the meaning of the vision and answer the questions you have asked. You have raised questions about those who will survive unto the end. The answer is that the one who brings the dangers in those days will also protect from danger the people who have stored up good works and faithfulness with the Most High Yahweh Shema Shai, the Almighty One. You see? So even though, these last days are going to get, real bad for society, for these Babylonians out here, but on the other hand, because ultimately, Yahweh Shema Shai, he's the one that's sending these plagues. Okay, and the plagues are not slack, and the plagues are going to happen regardless. But the plagues are for the people out here that's living wicked, that's living wrong. You see, those are the ones that are doomed. Those are the ones that are not going to survive. Okay, but right here it says, verse 23, the one who brings the dangers in those days will also protect from danger the people who have stored up the good works and faithfulness with the Most High Yahweh Shema Shai, the Almighty One. Now who brings the dangers? The Most High, right? Yahweh Shema Shai. But he's going to also protect the ones that have what? That have stored up good works and faithfulness with the Most High Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay, now when I read that, I think of this precept right here. This is the book of, now because it said stored up. Okay. Now what did Yahweh Shai say? Matthew 6 and in verse 19 it says, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust do corrupt and where thieves break through and steal, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where not the moth and rust do corrupt and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. You see? So right now, just like Yahweh Shai told us, hey, man, we got to stir up treasures, for heaven. We got to lay up treasures for ourselves, for heaven. And, all right. All right. And how do you do that? By, doing your lessons, doing the work, being charitable, being brotherly, being sincere, having faith. Those are all aspects of building up that spiritual bank account. Okay. And people right now, they're storing up carnal things. They're storing up things that ultimately, in the long run, is not going to save you. It's not going to matter. Okay, that's why the scriptures say, riches profit not in the day of wrath. Okay, because if you don't have the names of Yahweh Shema Shai, okay, you are done, man. Because the scriptures say, there is no other name among heaven whereby men must be saved. Okay, Yahweh Shema Shai, that's the names that we have to have faith in. You see, and that's why, going back to this precept, 2 Esdras 13:23, it says the one who brings the dangers in those days will also protect from danger the people who have stored up good works and faithfulness with the Most High, the Almighty One. You see, and it says stored up good works and faithfulness. Okay, so us storing up, good works, through faith and Yahweh Shema Shai, what does that mean? That means that we're rich in faith. Okay, that means that we're rich in faith. Let's snag that real quick. This is the book of James, chapter 2 and verse 5. And it says, hearken, my beloved brethren, Have not the Most High chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith? Right, man. So a lot of people look at us like we're nothing in this world because we don't particularly have the worldly status, you see. But that's why the Most High, he looks on the inward and not the outward. This society, people are shallow, especially women. People look on the outside. They look in the outside, and because you may look a certain way, or because you may act a certain way, that you're not if you will you're not the it factor, for lack of better terms, you see. But in the eyes of Yahweh Shema Shai, hey man, we're more precious than fine gold, man. Okay? Because a lot of people in this world, they don't believe in Yahweh Shema Shai. They lack faith, And if they do believe in a higher power, is Satan, because this world is ran by Satan. This place is demonic, man. These people are gonna soon, be confounded. Soon they're gonna be confounded and doomed. These people they're already doomed. It's just a matter of time before, their demise and their damnation, completely manifests. You see, so that's why it's a blessing, and you gotta be grateful that the Most High had mercy upon you to call you in His truth, and to put you on early, to warn you about the oncoming doom that's about to hit Babylon, man. Barakatah Yahweh Shai, man. That's true mercy, you see. And it says, have not the Most High chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith? You see, we're spiritually rich. We're rich in faith because when it all comes down to the get down, when shit's the fan, okay, the wisdom and knowledge is going to be the stability of our time. You see, the faith that we have in Yahweh Shema Shai is going to be the stability of our time. Okay. It says that the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run into it and are safe. Okay. The name of the Lord is the safe zone. Okay. And it says, and heirs of the kingdom, which he have promised to them that love him. You see, so, hey, man, we're rich in faith. We don't have to worry about nothing. Okay. These people out here, hey, man, let them worry. Let them panic. Because our comfort lies in Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay. Verse 24, and it says, you may be certain. Oh, real quick, I wanted to also break this part down too one more time. I'm going to read verse 23 again. It says, the one who brings the dangers in those days will also protect from danger the people who have stored up good works and faithfulness with the Most High, the Yahweh Shema Shai, the Almighty One. Now it says that he's going to protect the people, meaning the elect, right? That has been faithful unto him, and stored up good works. Now, when I read that, I thought about this. Okay. This is the book of Jeremiah. Excuse me. Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7. Okay, and it says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Okay, now there's going to be a point in time when things are going to get very, 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 very bad out here in Babylon. It said no day like it. It's going to be a great day. Now when you go into the word great, okay, let's get it real quick. That word great, where is it at?
Strong's H 1419. Gadol.
Okay, now word gadol means large in number and intensity. Okay, great. The Most High himself of the Most High, right? So, it's going to be a very intense day, and that proves that this is being done by Yahweh Shema Shai, because it says the Most High himself. So it's going to be so intense. It's like the Most High is, oh man, it's like here on earth doing it, but ultimately we know he's doing it, but that's how bad it's going to be, because people are going to feel the wrath of Yahweh Shema Shai is what I'm ultimately trying to say. You see, people are going to feel the wrath. And that's why Esdras, when you go back to this chapter, when you read up to like from verse 16 to verse let's see, to verse 19, excuse me, 20, that's why he's like, man, like, everybody's like, who's gonna survive this, But that's how bad it's gonna be. Okay, but that's why the Lord has saved himself a special remnant unto himself, the first fruits, the elect. You see? And that's why, real quick, which leads me to this quick precept. Second Andrew chapter 9 and verse 22, it says, let the multitude perish then which was born in vain. Right? The multitude being, 2/3 out here, these heathens. Because even though 2/3, they of course, don't get me wrong, they gonna be in the kingdom. They gonna be in their right mind in the kingdom. But on this side, they gotta be judged, because they're not in their right mind. They're not serving how about Shema Shai. They're serving either Esau, they're serving Satan themselves, a woman, Babylon, you see. So their mind is not, their mind is far from, their God. They don't know that they have a God, you see. So 2/3 right now, man, they're completely out of pocket, man. And you got a lot of babies being born. That's 2/3. You got a lot of Jakes that are out here just so-called, living day to day, not knowing about the prophecies, but they're just born in vain. And the heathen, of course, about them, that they're born in vain. They're going to be under rest in the kingdom, you see. And it says, and let my grape be kept in my plant, right? That's talking about the elect. Because even though there's going to be a lot of, judgment, turmoil, anguish, distress in Babylon, upon the people, upon the inhabitants, right? A lot of people are going to get judged. But the Lord has a cluster that he's kept to himself, that he wants to be to himself and be protected, shielded, and guided. And that's the elect. Okay, and it says, and let my grape be kept in my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect. That's talking about the elect, man. Okay, now let's see if it's more. Yep, that was the point. Okay, so yeah, man, the Lord, he's gonna divinely, keep his men protected. That's why when you read the book of Daniel, let me just get in here this app real quick. When you read the book of Daniel, chapter 12 and verse 1, it says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince will stand up for the children of thy people. And that's talking to Michael, is talking about Michael the archangel. You see, it's going to be time so bad that, the Lord is going to have to send Michael the archangel to, divinely protect us, and what is that called? That's called divine intervention, And it says, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And what's that talking about? That's talking about Jacob's trouble. You see? And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. And that's talking about the elect. You see, the ones that have stored up good works, towards Yahweh Shema Shai, and put their faith in their all, towards, the Almighty One, Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay? Now, let's finish Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. And it says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Who is the he? The he's talking about the elect, man. That's the he. Okay? The elect. Okay? And also, too, the households of the elect, the elect, because you have some brothers that have, families, And that reminds me of the account when that Jake, I believe he was like a centurion, something like that, or basically like a security guard. Let me just get the account real quick. I don't want to butcher the account. Okay. Let's see. Let's go to this app. Let's see. We are still here. Let's put that in. Okay. So really, you can start up at 25, but I get to the point, and I'm gonna go down to verse. I gotta start up just for the context. This is Acts 16 and verse 25, and it says, "And at midnight, Paul and Silas prayed and sang praises unto the Most High, and the prisoners heard them. And suddenly there was a great earthquake, so that the foundation of the prison were shaken. And immediately all the doors were opened, and everyone's bands were loosed. And the keeper of the prison, awaking out of his sleep, and seeing the prison doors open, he drew out his sword and would have killed himself, supposing that the prisoners had been fled. But Paul cried with a loud voice, saying, Do thyself no harm, for we are all here. Then he called for a light and sprang in and came trembling and fell down before Paul and Silas and brought them out and said, Sirs, what must I do to be saved? And they said, Believe on the Lord Yahushua Mashiach, and thou shalt be saved in thy house. And that proves the law can't save you. You see, that proves that proves that right there alone. This is another account of having faith in Yahweh Shema Shai. Believe on his name. Believe in his name. Believe on him. Okay. Verse 31. And they said, Believe on the Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach. Real quick, let me start at verse 30 one more time. And it says, And brought them out and said, Sirs, what must I do to be saved? You see? And they said, Believe on the Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach, and thou shalt be saved and thy house. Okay. And they spake unto him the word of the Lord and to all that were in his house. And he took them the same hour of the night and washed their stripes and was baptized, he and all his straightway. And when he had brought them into his house, he set meat before them and rejoiced, believing in the Most High with all his house. Right, and this is the keeper of the prison house. Okay, and he took Paul and Silas in. He cleaned them up, right? Because hey, they're because this keeper of the prison house, he was clearly an Israelite. Because if that was a heathen, they're not gonna say call on the Yahweh Shema Shai and you be saved. No, this is clearly an Israelite. Okay, they baptize him, right? And it says, verse 34, where was that? Yep, it says, and when he had brought them into his house, he set meat before them and rejoiced, believing in the Most High with all his house. Okay, so he got converted, him and his household. And when it was day, wait, was that it? Let's see. Oh yeah, that was the point. Yeah, Salaki. Yep. Verse 34. I read it one more time. Excuse me. And when he had brought them into his house, he set it meat before them and rejoiced, believing in the Most High with all his house. Right. So, him and his household believed in Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay. Now, real quick, I'm curious to see what that says in the NLT. Yep. Acts 16:34 says, he brought them into his house and set a meal before them, and he and his entire household rejoiced because they all believe in the Most High Yahweh Shema Shai. So you got brothers out here, like I was saying earlier, brothers have families, man. You got brothers out here that have families, and their families believe in Yahweh Shema Shai. You see? Or, so you can have brother's family be delivered just because of his works, So, man, listen, the Lord is going to do very, very beautiful wonders and miracles for the elect, man. Okay. While people out here, they're going to be suffering. They're going to be in, straits. They're going to be doomed. While the elect, man, they're going to be taken care of. They're going to be good. Because why? Because they are rich in faith. They have stored up their treasures upon heaven, where neither moth nor rust do corrupt, and where thieves do not break through and steal. Okay. So let's see if I got everything. I got the address, got James, got that. I I quote Isaiah, but let's get that real quick. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter at 33 and verse 6. And it says, "And the wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength and of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure." Now, real quick, let's get this in the NLT. It says, "In that day, he will be your sure foundation." Who is that? Okay, Yahweh Shema Shai. Yahweh Shai is the chief cornerstone. Okay, providing a rich store of salvation, wisdom, and knowledge. The fear of the Lord will be your treasure, right? Because, fearing the Lord, man, it's a beautiful thing. Because when you fear the Lord, you turn from your wicked ways. You repent. You want to seek and do more righteousness. Okay, you put off the wicked man, the old man, when you fear the Lord, because you fearing the Lord, you know what the Lord can do. He can judge you, so you don't want to be jacked up. So fearing the Lord turns into respecting Yahweh Shema Shai. And fearing the Lord is very beneficial. The scriptures say that the first step of being accepted by Yahweh Shema Shai is to fear him. Okay. Actually, let me see if I can snag that real quick. Let's just put in the word fear. Now, I believe it's in the Apocrypha. Okay. It might be either in Esdras or in Sirach. My bad, I got to go all the way down just to look for it real quick. Salakia. It might be in Sirach, excuse me. Let's see. I'm gonna be scrolling all day. Let me just look it up. Fear of the Lord. First step to fear. Let's put in accepted. Let's see. Sirach 19 and 18. Okay, let's go to that real quick. Sirach 19 and verse 18. It says, the fear of the, it's right here. See, highlight that real quick so you can see. Sirach 19 and verse 18, or Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, it says, the fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of him, and in wisdom, obtaining his love. You see? So the first step of being accepted by Yahweh Shema Shai is to fear him. Because when you fear him, and you, like I said, you repent and turn from your old ways. People out here, on the other hand, they're not going to do that. That's why they're not going to survive these last days. But the elect, they will survive. They will be protected. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and finish 2 Esdras 13, and I have one more verse. Okay, 2 Esdras 13 and verse 24. It says, "You may be certain that those who survive are far more fortunate than those who die." You see, because the ones who survive, they're gonna get delivered. You see, so right now, we're in a good position. We're in a good position. Okay. And that's being in this truth. And like I said at the beginning of this lesson, hey, man, we have invested in Yahweh Shema Shai, spiritually, of course. He has called us into this truth, and Lord's will, we'll be chosen. But ultimately, you got to have faith that you are chosen. You got to have faith that you are chosen and that you will be delivered, from, these perils that are, that are soon going to come upon Babylon. Okay. So, with that being said, I just want to say, call Lame La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakwadash, double honor, being to the elder apostles, a great millstone that do rule and teach well. And once again, I want to say shalom to Akim out there that's pushing his truth through the spirit, through the power, and through the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Hakodash. And Lord's will, the Lord's sheep was edified. With that being said, shalom.